Well, thank you, Miss C. This is Mr. Cudmore, the counselor for 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. We're going to talk a little bit about what worry is. Worry is where you have a feeling that we don't know what's going to happen, and it feels like we can't do anything about it. And when we feel that way, we start to get scared. Maybe our stomach hurts. Maybe we can't stop thinking about things. Maybe not be able to sleep or concentrate. Anyway, worry is not very healthy, and it's not something that you want to do. And there are ways to try to fix worry. You can't control what bad things are happening, but you can control how you think about it. Worries can be big or small, and they can make us feel all kinds of ways. And when we feel worried, our bodies react. We could have headaches or sweat or dry mouth or jelly legs. Jelly legs means like you feel like you might faint. But heart racing, sometimes you get so scared you feel like you're being chased by a bear or a ghost or something. Oh no. You might get sweaty. Either way, when you see this, maybe you're worrying too much. You need to do something about it. So the first thing you should do is decide if your worry is in or out of your control. There are sorts of things we can find ourselves worrying about. Some of them we can do something about, some of them we can't. For example, if our worries are something we can control, we can make changes, sort of like Play-Doh. Can we change our attitude towards school? Yes. Can we change how we feel about coming to school? Yes. Can we change the weather? No. Can we change that there's a coronavirus? No. But can we change what we do about it, like wearing a mask? Yes, we can. So that's like Play-Doh, like you can change it. But if you can't, it's like a rock. Can we change the weather? No, like a rock. Can we change the coronavirus? No, that's like a rock. And worry, if you're worrying about things like a rock, you're going to be worrying a whole lot and not able to change it. So there are things you can control, like the future. You can control parts of it, I should say. You can control what you're going to do, what your attitude's going to be towards school. You can change your behavior. You can change the way you talk about yourself or the way you talk to yourself, and you can change how you treat others. What you cannot change is the past. The past already happened. If you got a bad grade last year, can you fix it? No, you can't. You can't change other people's behaviors. You may think you can, but you really, really can't. People are going to do what they're going to do, and it's best not to worry about them. Worry about yourself. You can't worry about what other people say because you can't change it. And you can't control what other people do. Sometimes we wish we could, but we can't. So now I'm going to talk about self-talk statements. I want you to practice this. I can't control blank, but I can control blank. For example, I can't control sickness, like I can't control whether or not I get sick from the coronavirus, but I can control if I follow the magic 6. I can always wear a mask. I can always wash my hands and use hand sanitizer. If you do those things, the chances are you won't get sick. You can't control it 100%, but you can control to some degree. And so you can feel better if you control things as much as you can and let go of the things that you cannot. I can't control that I got bad grades last semester, but I can control whether or not I get bad grades this semester. There are lots and lots of coping skills you guys can use, and you can pause on this screen and look at them, like read a book or a magazine, hug or climb a tree. I'm not going to go through all of them, but coping skills are very, very important, and I'm going to go through a whole lot of them at the end of this. But this is a whole list of coping skills you can use when you start to feel worried or stressed. Now remember, the magic 6, don't focus on worries that are out of your control. Only focus on the ones you can do something about. Remember to have coping skills ready in mind when you need them. And remember, you got this. You have friends, you have family, and you have your school, and we're all going to work together and get through this time. Now, as I promised, here are the top 5 great coping skills. Number 5, mindfulness. I love mindfulness. Some of you may be sick of hearing me talk about mindfulness, but it's my favorite thing. You use your senses to focus on the good thing. Everybody remember what your 5 senses are: seeing, hearing, touching, tasting, and smelling. So if you use 5 senses and the key is 5, You can look for 5 things that you can see. Right now I see my computer, my basketball hoop, my hand sanitizer, a pen, and tape. 5 things I can feel. I can feel my desk. I can feel my feet on the floor. I can feel my sweatshirt. It's keeping me warm. And I can feel that my feet hurt from walking because I'm out of practice. 3 things you can hear. There's not a lot going on here. I can hear people talking in another room. I can hear the light buzzing up above me. And I can hear the air conditioner turning on. 2 things I can smell. I can smell the hand sanitizer that Ms. Z is spraying all the time, and I can smell my coffee. And the 1 thing I can taste, also coffee. Now, if I focus on those 5 things, I'm not thinking at all about the things I'm worried about, right? Right. That's how mindfulness works. Number 4, box breathing. I'm a big fan of controlling your breathing. When you get scared, you automatically start breathing fast. Like if a ghost or a bear walked into this room, I'd be like, ah! So the way to control it is by doing box breathing. Box breathing works like this. You breathe in through your nose for 4 seconds. Then you hold your breath for 4 seconds. Then you breathe out for 4 seconds like you're blowing bubbles. Not like you're blowing out a candle, because that's like, then you can't go for 4 seconds, like you're blowing bubbles. And finally, pause again for 4 seconds before you start again. And that's box breathing. And then you get control of yourself and you won't feel so worried. Number 3, I can think positively. Remember what we talked about, how you substitute think about the things you can change rather than the ones you can't. That's all within your control. You can wake up in the morning and say, I hate school, or you can wake up in the morning and say, I can't wait to see my friends at school. Think about it. Only you can change the way you think about stuff, and you have to make yourself do it, and it takes practice. Number 2, do something active. Physical exercise lowers stress. It's scientific fact. So what are some fun things you can do to stay active? You can play basketball or soccer. You can roller skate. You can do hula hoops. You can lift weights. You can just run around outside. If you're stuck inside and your parents won't let you, what can you do inside? You can do jumping jacks. You can, wrestle with your brother or sister. You can play the Wii U with an active app. There are always things you can do to stay active. And number 1, talk to a trusted adult. Talking to an adult when you are worried is so important. That is why it's number 1. Parents can make you feel better. Your grown-ups can make you feel better when you're worried and can't stop thinking about something. That's why you always talk to your trusted adults. Who are your trusted adults? Your parents, your teachers, your counselors, your big brothers or sisters, your aunts or uncles, your tia or tias, and your grandparents, your abuelita, your abuelas. They're always there to help you if you need it. Even if they're not at home, you can call them and talk to them. Don't sit around and worry. If you get nervous, talk to someone you can trust. So that's it. So remember always, if you need to talk to your counselor, ask your parents or teachers. We hope to see you guys soon and can't wait to see you guys when you start coming back to school or virtually.